Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the program. This is The Faculty. I am your uncle, Francis Ufulue. Now, on The Faculty, we x-ray burning issues as they have risen. We look at them and try to have a conversation about them with our faculty, of course, trying to prefer solutions. Check the issue, critique the situation, and at the end of the day, prefer a better way forward for every single Nigerian. You're once again welcome to The Faculty today. Today, the panelists who shall be doing conversations with me are two wonderful gentlemen. We have Sam Ugo Esquire is very much available.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Okay, it's good to have you too. And Sonny Ugbedo, good to have you too.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We are together going to have a very robust conversation right here on The Faculty. Now this week, the nation went dark. Everyone wondering what really went wrong. The ancient city of Ibadan suffered a blast. Some have described as a bomb blast, others as an explosive blast. However, people in Ibadan did not find it any little funny as they went through their travel all by themselves. Hit at night, crying in the morning, 3 counting dead, 77 or more injured, and the state governor of Ibadan, Seyi Makinde, is still working very hard to come out to bring out a better result, to ensure that that doesn't repeat itself, and to ensure that those who are injured or those who are victims or the bereaved find solace in the government and in the strong city of Ibadan. Let's get to our panelists this afternoon and see there are very much thoughts about this issue. I see Barrister Ugo is already thinking about how tragic that felt. You're sleeping at night and then you hear that blast, the tremors hitting, the wave of the tremor hitting different places of Ibadan at the same time. People thought it was a warfare. First, I want you to share your thought on how that experience could have been for those who are victims and those around Ibadan.
Well, it is actually a very sad experience, and it goes a long way to show the problems and let me say the laxity that is involved in our security architecture. It is just too bad, and it shows that one day this country will go into flames and somebody could come from somewhere and do something tragic that will even cause serious harm to this country. I learned that from investigation that the person that is behind this whole thing is a Malian, from what we read, and that he even has a company incorporated under the Companies and Online Matters Act in this country, and he's into mining. He has boys everywhere, and that is just too bad for a country like ours. If nothing is done about our security architecture, it is obvious that we are not safe in this country.
Okay.
We are not very safe at all.
Chief Sonny, your thoughts too.
It's highly painful, and this shows that our laws are not working. Our laws are not working, and we should please make our laws to work. Explosive Act specified how an explosive should be handled or stored. That act went further to say that if you are involved in blasting of rocks, if you are bringing in explosives, it is the bomb section of the military or the police that will go on the day of clearing and take it to a secluded place, a safe place for storage. Now, even if you are going to use some particular number, you will tell them beforehand, I am going to carry out my blasting today. I am using 6. The bomb section will give you personnel and give you equipment to carry it safely to the site. They are to even do the blasting, not you. No matter how trained you are, it is the military or the police bomb section that will do the blasting. Don't tell them what you want. They are trained for it. These are people who go to train abroad nearly 4 times every year. And then the remaining one, they return it back again safely to the place. So the question now is that, how did this whole thing, this whole explosive, be in the hand of a civilian? To the extent that the thing is in the boot of the car or in his house and kept there for days until it blasted. Where's our security agencies? Where's our laws? It is everyone is painful again is that just early this week we learned that there was landmine explosion in Borno, which calls for question. And so when this one blasted, a lot of, let me tell you, some people must have died in their heart because of a heart attack. Not recorded on this thing. That's the truth. We know what happened at the Ikeja explosion. So I think the military and the bomb section of the police should do a total sweep of this country. It should do a total sweep of this country and rid us of these landmines.
Okay, let's talk to the barrister here. I know that you are quite schooled and learned in the world of the law. What's in it for the people there? Let's talk about the victims, those around the area. Is there a chance that they can really sue to fight for their right or to get actions for injuries that they might have suffered?
Yes, so many people were actually injured, and when you use your hand and bring in a thing that will harm another person, it is obvious that you will pay dearly for that act or omission. In this case, somebody who is propagating his personal life, is doing his personal business with a view to maximizing profit or whatever to earn his living. He's making money. He has brought explosives illegally or whichever way he has done it, and the explosives he brought has harmed so many people. So there's nothing stopping them from taking legal actions. Because
against the company or against the government?
Especially against the company that brought those explosives that injured them. Because it is your duty to care for others. In everything you do, you have a duty of care, against other persons who are termed in law as your neighbors, but they mustn't necessarily be your next door neighbors. But that's the duty of care in law. So we are bringing in negligence too. They are negligent. Their act amounts to negligence because they have brought explosive. They are using it for whatever they are doing, and it has gone a long way, harming some persons, innocent persons who are out there. So those persons who are armed or have been armed have a duty, or rather have a right to sue, because the persons who brought those explosives did that erroneously, and they have harmed others, and so they have a duty of care to protect their neighbors. They have a duty of care to protect other persons who are passers-by or who live around there. Whoever that explosive has harmed or killed, he has right to sue, because the persons who brought those explosives did not really care for others or their neighbors. And their neighbors, as I said earlier, is not just their next door neighbors or neighbors that lives around there. Their neighbors in law include every other person who they ought to have protected, who they ought to have ensured that their activities does not adversely affect them. So they have right to sue the company.
Okay, thank you very much. That's the legal ground, and I want to really clarify that. We'll still talk about why it's called illegal miners when it's actually a company, but we'll get there. Let's get back to Chief Sonny. I like to call you Chief. I don't know if that's okay, sir.
I think he's a chief. You can see the beats.
Now look at that. Just look at the picture there. It looks like Nigeria, we don't learn our lessons, because in January 27, 2002, we suffered a bomb blast at Ikeja, and now this is recurring. Doesn't look like Nigeria it doesn't look like in the next 20 years we might experience this where Nigeria is going again.
You see, one problem with Nigeria is that once it happens, we start crying. After 1 week, we put all the effects behind us. We don't even investigate what is the root cause, immediate cause, what are we going to do to prevent further occurrence. nobody cares about what happens. When I saw the names of people that owns that company, 4 of them are foreign nationals.
Yeah.
They cannot cross the border and go. Even when you sue like the Barca said, what are they going to get out of it? But now there's going to now go to investigation. When did this man start this business? What has been the turnover of his company? Has he been paying tax? Who are his staff? Who trained them? How did he get in possession of that bomb, that explosive? Where did he collect it from the storage site? And who escorted him? Who approved him for him to take it? Did he bring it illegally? Or was it legal? How long has he been storing this in there? This question should be asked. But now, by the time the governor will not bring money, pay off P2B for these people and pity them, and that will be the end.
Barrister Sam, he just said a strong point, Chief Sonny, when he was saying that by the time the governor pays some money for them, it's over. And clearly, the governor said they'll be given temporary homes after that bomb blast. As though, when the temporary means that it's not a permanent place. So if I've built a house around Bodija area of Ibadan, and that bomb blast happened, I'll have a temporary home, and I'll become a tenant thereafter. Let's still talk about that suing part, that part where they can hold the government and perhaps the company on the grounds of negligence.
The truth is that giving them temporary relief is not about taking care of their right. Your right is your right, and your rights are inalienable. When somebody has offended you, you have the right to sue. Now, whatever measures the governor might take to probably ameliorate their sufferings at this particular time does not in any way vitiate their right. They still have their right. They can still sue and claim from those who perpetrated that act. That is it. Your right cannot in any way be vitiated by those temporary measures, except they can go by way of conflict resolution. If the people agree to go for a roundtable talk where issues will be resolved, and if they decide not to go to court and if they can be compensated adequately, there is no problem about that. We encourage conflict resolution, we encourage arbitration, that's alternative dispute resolution. That can be done, but that does not mean that they have to erode their rights. Their rights remain their rights. They can sue except where they decide to use alternative dispute resolution to resolve the issues. So they can still sue.
The story is still strong. Looking at the site, it said that some Malian nationals or probably Guinea nationals, that's what some Ibadan residents is saying, who goes by the name Dr. Ayo, saying they have a living converter here in Ibadan and storing explosives in the house of Fadi or Bodija area of Ibadan. Now he says they have been mining secretly, illegally, and they've had several petitions around this region. That's what some people are saying now, that there have been petitions as regards illegal mining at Ibadan. How serious is that? I think this still goes to Barrister again, that people have been laying petitions, but some more actions have not. Let me start with Chief Sam first of all, then I'll get to you and see the legal thoughts. People have been laying petitions as regards illegal mining in their areas, yet it has continued. That's the reporter from some eyewitnesses around.
You see, this is where our problem with Nigerian Labour Congress. And at times I refer to them as Petroleum Labour Congress.
Petroleum Labour Congress.
Or Government Searchlight Labour Congress. Because Nigerian Labour Congress is supposed to be searchlight on every company that employs a citizen. And find out how they are operating, the laws that they are implementing, whether they are casual workers or not. Look at this GSM here by Buzo Road. Look at our GSM here. There was a time 95% of staff of GSM are casual workers. There was a time a Delta working there, the iron rod coming up lost his gauge and cut off his leg. No cover was paid as compensation to
It was a casual.
Yes. Only I think 98% of workers in GSM here are casual workers. What is the Labour Congress doing about? If Labour Congress is building a searchlight on companies and organizations, they would have known that these people are operating on confines of the law. Or they are just doing an illegal something. They are the one that will have alerted government to close it down. Then you will be surprised now that even all the workers in that place are employed on casual.
And the labor that
They are not even paying tax.
but the labor would always say that if you are not a member of the union, how can they fight for
But
you?
when they say labor union, anything called labor, even if it's manual labor,
If you're not registered, because that's what I
it's not about being
devil's
No,
advocate.
it's not about. It's not about.
I hear them say every
It's
time.
not about being registered.
Chief, I hear them say every time that you should have to be registered first.
Why must you not register under the labor union?
Because no casual staff registers under labor union.
No. Why must you make a casual staff from the first place?
Because
Why? If let me tell you one thing. If I'm an expert in evacuating toilets, and whenever you want to evacuate toilets, you look for those who will evacuate it, and you call me. I'm not an expert. How do you explain being an expert? Are you not going to tell me that mining don't have a union? They start under labor union. They have. We have farmers union registered under the. So as long as you're employer of labor, labor should be in searchlight on your operational strategies and how you are handling citizens of this country. There was a time during the police time when Jurabega was using one trailer constructed with container to carry deltas to their work site, and they raised alarm, and the body called them to order. We are not intelligent. Why are you degrading our people? Because they are working for you. Don't you have Auxiliary bus? Don't you have the mini buses to carry them? Why this trailer? And they changed. So at least Labour Congress is supposed to be searchlight on some of these, mostly these international companies.
All right. Thank you, Chief Sally. Now, Barrister, the petition part where a citizen claims that there have been petitions being filed out as regards illegal mining around that area, yet there was no response from the government or from the company. What should be the kind of consequence that can come as regards this, if indeed there were petitions?
Yes, if indeed there were petitions. The question is where did they direct their petitions to? Was it to the security agents or to the appropriate mining authorities or whatever? But whichever way, if actually there were petitions and no responses were made to those petitions, it goes a long way to still show that our system is not actually working. And system failure, it has been a problem, and it is oftentimes too you see that when such petitions are written, the people you direct the petitions to are probably part and parcel of the deal that is going on behind. You know, it is possible they have contacts or connections with the miners, the illegal miners. Oftentimes what they do is to give them some money. You know, they benefit from their illegal mining activities. Because they benefit from their illegal mining activities, they will not respond to your petition because they see you as somebody that wants to frustrate their illegal business or businesses. So that all still boils down to, you know, the corrupt nature of our country. These are the problems that are, you know, actually bedeviling Nigeria as a country. The problem is there. The corruption is there. We know these problems. Yes. You write a petition. Somebody that will entertain the petition is there. He will sit on it because the person to whom you are writing the petition against is, you know, either a friend, a family friend, or not, or he settles, in quote, he settles the authority. Yeah. So for that reason, there will be, you know, positive response to your petition. And it is just too bad. And if they had, if actually there were petitions and the petitions were treated, probably this issue would have been averted, you know. But look at the consequences of non-response to those petitions, and it has cost the state and the country a whole lot of damages. and that is just too bad for us. So our security agencies and these all the authorities, especially the security agencies, should be more proactive. They should be more proactive because the world is looking at us, and everybody seems not to have confidence in these security agents, and that is too bad. People will even like to rely on vigilantes, than our normal security agencies, and that is too bad for a country of ours. On the other hand, too, the government too should do something good. The government should take care of the security men.
You think they are not well motivated?
I think many of them are not well motivated. They complain. Again, the facilities.
Yes.
Some of these people should be trained, properly trained. Our police, DSS, and they should be equipped with some security gadgets. Some of them can't even track. They don't have some facilities to carry out investigation and all that. You don't expect a good job when you cannot finance security activities. Security activities are so expensive. So the budget for security should be increased.
It's always on the high though. It's on
the high, but it seems not to be enough.
Yeah.
It seems not to be enough. In other countries, they tell you the amount of money they use in carrying out investigation alone for one particular matter, you will be shocked. So government should do more, just as our security agents or agencies should equally double or up their games, so as to ensure a free society.
Okay. Chief Sullivan, you mentioned one-time governor of Delta State, Chief James Onyefe-Ibori, and how you reacted to a particular company that was not carrying out the activities properly, ethically. How do you think that Governor Seyi Makinde should react after what has happened?
Not just Sheriff Makinde.
No, let's talk about the governor.
No. Not just the governor now. Because this thing, we should expect more of these incidents. Last year is October or November or thereabout. Similar thing happened in Air Bridge Market on Onitsha. About 3 people lost their life. Many people were injured. Most shops were burnt. The blast was almost for a whole day. Air Bridge. And after that incident, the pump station did not strip that market to check whether such similar products are still there.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, that was 2022, a man carried his car with cylinders of gas in Calabar and parked and went to an eatery. Then the sun was hitting it in the car and the thing exploded. Luckily nobody was wounded. Now the question is, even when we carry cylinders about, they first day in Abo, there were fire outbreak, and information quote unquote says those that were using gas cylinder to power their generator was that the gas cylinder very close to the generator, and the heat made gas cylinder to explode and then cause such damage. So it's going on. There are many areas that the government should look into. Now Governor Makinde is now on a third corner.
Yes.
But one thing I tell people, our governor here is in charge of the police force when they want to give them equipment and money. But when you want to give them directive, they will tell you they are under federal. That is the truth. A case in point was in last 2 years or last year when an ASP or an officer was sent for first quarter, and then the governor of Lagos says come back. He said call my boss. Yeah, I can't take directive from you. So Makinde, even the police there and the military there, there's extent they can listen to. The only thing Makinde can do now is that make sure that those injured are well cared for.
Okay.
And maybe give a certain thing to start a new life. If you want the picture, it's out. Houses, properties, certificates, everything is gone. We cannot quantify the extent of damage now. Some people, their life investment is gone. They don't even know where to start.
Even the bond hotels around that area.
And when you see these people that own this company, they are trash. They cannot even value up to 10 kobo. But they've damaged billions of people's properties and life is gone. So Makinde is in the third corner. But I will encourage him to at least, because what you must understand is that most businesses that are doing risky businesses, are they insured? If this company is insured, like Robert says, no problem. They will just tell the company, come and take care. They don't need to even discuss anything. Hospital bill, everything. Even panicking the state, insurance will pay. Even the state on the state of panic, the insurance will pay. But the situation we find ourselves now is going to have no insurance on this company. And life is toying with dangerous equipment.
Okay.
Where they could paralyze or could be killed, like what we just witnessed. So I think Makinde should have to review the activities of companies in Oyo State. And other governors should follow suit.
Barristers, what we are saying, matter of fact, Reno Mokri, and people support this is view, they're saying that the governor, as regards after the fallout, a reaction, it should shut down all, even legal mining operations in Oyo State. Do you buy that idea as a way forward so that more investigations could be made and new certifications could also be made as regards mining? Do you think that's a good way forward?
Well, you know, there are so many people that are involved in that mining. Some are legal, others are illegal. There are some people that go there to steal, they don't care. So I will tell you, they don't even know that there is a law. They go into mining and they don't know that mining is part of natural resources. And of course, that for you to be engaged in such a business or activities, you need to register with the appropriate authority. Now, to me, I would suggest that there should be a comprehensive check on those that are carrying out mining. Those that are legal miners should be allowed to continue, while those that are illegal miners, those that do not, that has not registered with the company, or rather with the appropriate government authorities, should be quit from mining henceforth. I think that will help to check. But then, okay, just like he suggested, well, it is not out of place to stop them, from mining from now until everything is put in order, because the way it is now, it is obvious that so many of them are actually doing what they don't know about. There are regulations should be put in place, and a good legal framework should equally be put in place to checkmate miners that are mining and those that are likely to come in. So I think it's a good suggestion from the governor. The governor of another state.
No, sorry, that was from Reno Mokri.
Reno Mokri, yes, I think.
So what people buy that? Do you buy that?
No, yes. With the incident now, they have to shut down first.
Even legal mining.
Then, whether legal or illegal, so that an enforcement team will review their activities and see how they're carrying out their mining before they can reopen.
Because even the governor, Seyi Makinde, during an interview recently as regards this explosive blast, was saying that he wouldn't shut down legal mining for now because there are legitimate businesses going on and, money is needed to be made. Do you think that was insensitive, or that was just being business-minded from the governor?
Not at all. I think what the governor is trying to say is that there are some people who are carrying out the activities of mining the way it should be. Those people pay their taxes, they pay their dues or whatever name called, and they've been following or going by the rules. They've not in any way gone against the rules. He is of the view that such persons who are credible should continue with the activities, while those that are not credible, those that are illegal miners, should be stopped. I think that is his own view.
Purview. You can have different perspectives.
That is his own view. Well, I agree with him on that view, but I'm of the view that for now, all mining activities should be stopped, and those that have registered them, they should come up with a regulatory, just like a just anything that will regulate them for now. That they should come with this is a new order something has happened. We want a new order, not just in Ibadan or in Oyo State. The same thing should be done in other states. We have so many of them who are mining in Delta State, carrying out illegal mining activities. So many of them don't obey laws. They don't care about laws. All they know is that they pay patronage fees to some persons and all that. There are some people that are given licenses to handle such issues. Some of them are the ones that bring in some persons that carry out these activities. Some don't even know about the laws governing them. So I think it is a good idea to stop them for now.
Okay, I get that one very clear. You're watching the program, The Faculty. Our conversation is about the Ibadan explosion that happened on Tuesday night, so it's 7 o'clock in the evening, okay? But when we come back, for the next 15 minutes, we shall be explaining the president. Watching the program, The Faculty, our conversation has been about the Ibadan blast, the one that happened on Tuesday evening, around 7 o'clock. In the house with us, we have two wonderful personalities, a barrister, Sam Ugo, and then one I like to call Chief, Sonny Ogbedo, doing conversations with us right here on The Faculty as regards the Ibadan bomb blast. Before we left on that break, I said we were looking at the presidency's reaction, rather the president's reaction. Let's see what he said, and I'll read out his speech so that my panelists can give me their own perspectives about the president's reaction. It said here that the president on his official X handle, that's at official bat, says, I'm deeply saddened by the devastating explosion that occurred in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, on Tuesday night. The explosion killed 2 persons and wounded about 80 others. It also destroyed several buildings, vehicles, and other properties. It is worrisome that the cause of the blast is being attributed to the activities of illegal miners, those behind the inexcusable and reckless behavior that has created the conditions for this sad incident to occur must be fished out and punished. I commiserate with the government and people of Oyo State and call on all concerned agencies of government to unravel the circumstances that led to this tragedy with alacrity. I have directed the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to work with the Oyo State government to offer immediate and comprehensive relief to the victims. That was the president's reaction, and that was his statement after that blast. Let's get to Chief Sonny Ogbedo. What are your thoughts about the president's statement after that blast?
Well, I want to thank President for his concern. At the same time, with mixed reactions.
Okay.
I expected by now the National Security Advisor would have read that spot. Strong federal government delegation would have been in Oyo State to start assessing. Let's assume our president is old, certain things he should not do. Let us say you are stressed. Why can president an old man to go there? Okay. But what of the National Security Advisor? Such an incident, he's supposed to be there first. Even by now, the defense minister supposed to be there. You get something now?
Yeah.
The Inspector General of Police supposed to be there. It's not a matter of sitting down in the office and giving directives. There are issues that the defense chiefs should go to the scene and see things for themselves. We are good at sitting down in the office and writing a report and announcing, administrate, and why not go there?
And people are not even sure the president really.
But when you go to the hospital, you see those people that are injured. You put yourself in what they are going through, you have the same feeling. Then you take it serious. The president has spoken. They've written a speech for him. He has communicated with the governor. They allowed the governor and commissioner of police and the army chief in that place to be Oenara. Where's the defense headquarters? Where's the inspector general of police? Where's the national security advisor? Where's the minister of defense? They're supposed to have been in Oyo State by now, brainstorming.
Does this question the competence of President Bola Tinubu to be indeed president of Nigeria? Because that's what many Nigerians have been crying, that you are the president and something happened at Plateau, something happened at different places have had different crises, and we've been seeing strong comments from the president. We've not seen him gone to any of these places to look at what has happened and take action. The last time we saw something like this was during the President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan era. Since then, looks like the presidents have gone on holiday. As regards going to scene of crisis to have a first-hand look at those things. Barrister Ubo, does this question the competency of President Bola Tinubu?
Well, I don't think this will be a conclusion that Mr. President is not competent. I don't think so, but I think it is pertinent that Mr. President should strive to visit spots, or rather take to witness what happens, especially in issues of this kind, where there is a bomb blast. The president should try his best to ensure that he visits. But where Mr. President cannot do that, he has the constitutional power to delegate either a minister or his national security advisor, as far as this matter is concerned, to visit the place and assess or get the on-the-spot assessment of whatever that has happened, and that gives the people moral, belonging. It encourages the people. It makes the people feel that they have a president that cares. But if he doesn't do that, if it is just by speech, the people will feel bad, and that is why people are complaining. But I don't think it is good for us to conclude that he's not competent enough. That notwithstanding, he should strive to always, visit spots and carry out an on-the-spot assessment in issues of this kind.
Let's talk about people who have turned this to a political drag. Recently also Reno Mokri and some other people accused the obedience movement, some people, for saying that this is because of bad leadership, and they blamed it on the current political party in political dispensation. Chief Sonny, do you think that this has anything to do with politics?
This has nothing to do with politics. We should stop deceiving ourselves in this country. But Africa we are smart in playing game. If we will do football match, we will say our opponent put juju there, so that all the balls were playing cannot enter the net. The coach is not good. I don't know why they put this man that has injury last year into the team. This man is old, that one is too young and no experience. We must have an excuse for anything. Being careful, applying safety has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with politics. Every company should adhere strictly on safety rules and regulations. If this thing was carried out, it wouldn't happen. I will not go to say, okay, because APC is in government, then you should go and enter all companies and houses to know what. How many houses has fire extinguisher? But they have gas and are cooking in their houses. Is that what president should also come and enforce? How many cars have fire extinguishers in their car? How many car owners have it in their cars? Is the law not there?
It's sound.
How many Okada is having helmet on their head? Even when the law of helmet is there. We as a people, we should review the way we behave. Everything you blame it on this political party. I don't do political party.
I think we should start talking.
It has to do with our way of life, our way of doing things. In 70s,
yes,
we obeyed laws in this country. In 70s, if your roadworthiness gets expired, you will remove a vehicle from your house. That's the truth. It takes you 3 years to have a driving license.
In the 70s?
Yes. They will take you to drive on a hill. very steepy hill. On the steepy hill, they tell you to match break, they want to ease themselves. They know how I can control to start again. And I go, they tell you to drive in the morning when there is dew to see whether I can see clear. They take, but now, a child of 10 years in Nigeria can obtain driver's license. You know, nothing to do with politics, our way of life.
It's terrible.
No more checks and balances.
But Mr. Sam, let's talk about insensitivity of people, because even the so-called principal of the obedient movement, Peter Obi, he spoke very well and said he commiserates with his brothers and sisters, and then some people who many people have described as impersonators of that movement began to even make mockery, spite at the people of Ibadan, saying, okay, you supported your brother, look at what has befallen you. Let's talk about the attitude that we have, that vindictive attitude that supporters could have, even when their principals themselves do not feel that way in any way.
Yeah, Nigeria, when you see in Nigeria, it appears our attitude, I think we need attitudinal change towards national issues. We are all involved. We shouldn't blame the security agents or agencies alone. Even us who are ordinary citizens of this country, we should help. The good laws are there. We have good laws. Implementation is the problem. And we as Nigerians, we must endeavor to put in our best. Otherwise, the thing will continue to revert back to us. Some persons have lost their homes, they have lost their lives, and because oftentimes we don't care. We don't care about anything. We disobey traffic rules. We are there. We don't want to obey laws, and these are our problems. If we can stick, he just said that during the 70s, if your roadworthy papers expire, you cannot be on the road. But today, it is a different ball game. I remember too during Babangida's
Barrister Sam was dropping his, I would call it his parting words, and you said we need to change our attitude towards political parties, national issues, yes.
It is very, very important. If we can have attitudinal change on our part, I believe other persons, the security agencies, the government itself will have a change of mind towards Nigerians too. So, henceforth, let us have attitudinal change if we are ready for this country to move forward. We must play our part so that the government too will reciprocate. Thank you so much.
Chief Sonny, your final words.
No, definitely our attitude should change. You can imagine that saying that happened very close to Olugbo. If you are going to Benin from Warri, between a T-seater bus and a tanker that left about 40 people dead, some were injured. Instead of people to assist people to the hospital, they were scooping fuel. Those that were not scooping fuel were busy taking pictures and carrying out video exercise there. So you discover that where is our conscience? That if something happens to you to feel sorry, you are now saying this. Okay, the one that happened in Onitsha, or was it APC? The one that happened in Ambo, was it APC state?
All right. Thank you so much. We've been talking to Barrister Sam Ugbo and Chief Sonny Ugbedo, talking about the Ibadan explosion right here on the faculty. It's been a very wonderful time. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on the program. Do well to join us tomorrow for a fresh edition of the program, The Faculty. We'll have another topic right here on State Television. I've been your host, Francis Ofula. Thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon.